The Texas Medical Board will discuss language to clarify when a doctor can step in and not violate the Texas strict abortion law. This comes after the Texas Supreme Court called on the board to provide clarification during the Kate Cox case. She's from North Texas and left the state to get an abortion after doctors told her her fetus had no chance of life and could result in her death. Fox 4's Stephen Dial spoke with the lawyers who filed the petition. Stephen.
Clarice, the two Austin lawyers filed the petition back in January, and today the Texas Medical Board confirmed that it is an agenda item next Friday. Last year, doctors told 31-year-old Kate Cox that her fetus had a fatal condition and that giving birth would also put her health in danger. Cox went to the courts asking for permission to have an abortion. The case worked its way up to the Texas Supreme Court. At nearly 21 weeks pregnant, Cox decided to leave Texas to have the procedure where it was legal.
We were inspired by the Texas Supreme Court opinion regarding Kate Cox.
After Cox left Texas, the Supreme Court rejected her argument for a medical exception, but also urged the state medical board to clarify exceptions to the state's abortion restrictions. Amy and Steve Bresnan, Austin lawyers who followed the Cox case, filed a petition asking the board to come up with more clear language. Thursday, the board responded to that petition and will now discuss the options at its meeting on March 22nd. I spoke to the Bresnans while they were out of town.
Why is clarification so important when it comes to Texas's abortion law?
I actually think that it is a pro-life move to add clarification, because in this situation we're dealing with women who want to be mothers.
And what we're trying to do is get the medical board to give a better elimination of what the words reasonable medical judgment mean, because that's the justification for being able to perform an abortion under those circumstances.
Last week, Cox was invited by President Biden to sit with the First Lady at the State of the Union. The abortion issue could influence the presidential election, with Mr. Biden advocating for a woman's right to choose. For many Democrats, the long-term goal is to have abortion rights codified into federal law. But these two lawyers are focused on something that can make an immediate impact, clarifying exceptions for high-risk pregnancies. Bresnan explained the next steps after the medical board's March 22nd meeting.
They'll publish it in the Texas Register and some version of this, and then the public will have a minimum of 30 days to file comments. I'm sure the comment period will generate a robust involvement by doctors, hospitals, OBGYNs, people on all sides of the abortion issue.
I briefly spoke to the president of the Texas Medical Board by phone. He confirmed that it is on the agenda, but had no further comment.